So normal distribution is chapter 9 of the edexcel IALS1. The first part, which I'm going to explain in this video, is actually pretty easy to understand. A normal distribution is all based on one single curve. Literally, everything revolves around one curve, which looks like this. These are the axes, which is f of z, and this is z. And z means standard deviation. Sorry, my bad. The standard normal variable. It would be better if you ask your sir or madam, whoever it is, what it means, because I don't know. But basically the graph is like this, bell shaped. It's always like this. It can be higher or it can be steeper. Sorry, my bad. It can be flatter or steeper, but the main shape is always going to be like this. And the area under the graph represents the probability. Now, since probability is always less than 1, you could say the total area is equals to 1. Basic mathematics. And the thing is, the shape of this curve is designed in such a way that the area under the graph will always be 1, no matter the shape, no matter how flat or steep it is. So here's this question which asks for find probability that z is less than 2.12. So basically they want the area of the graph which is less than 2.12. So let's draw this line of 2.12, and they asked for basically this area. Now, how would we know this area? Well, it's actually pretty simple. If z is less than up till 5, as per the edexcel syllabus, this graph's maximum value will be 5 and minimum value will be -5. It will not go beyond that. So up till 5, on page number 201, you will see basically numbers of all sorts of areas under these ranges. So according to the book, P z is less than 2.12 equals 0.9830. Be sure to check out page number 201 of the edexcel book. So this would be the answer. So here's a new problem which has find the area or probability which is greater than 2.12. Now if you go to page number 202 of the edexcel S1 book, you will see that there is a small table for values which are greater than, and it may not contain 2.12. so the best solution in this case is, if you want to find out the area greater than 2.12, you simply subtract it from the area less than 2.12. In other words, the whole area, the total area, is equals 1. Total area is 1 because sum of all probabilities equals 1. And now from the table we can find out this entire area as we did from in the previous one when p was the probability of z being less than 2.12, and we can simply subtract. So that would mean 1 minus 0.98 930, which is equals to 0.01 70, and that is the answer. So this problem says find the probability of z being less than minus 2.12. so that would mean if this is minus 2.12, they are asking you to figure this area out. Now the table on page number 201 only has values of positive. So in that case, what we do is, which I forgot to mention this, but this curve is completely symmetrical. If that's the case, if this side is minus 2.12, then the area exceeding 2.12 is the exact same answer. And so you can calculate it and find it and write it here, or if you remember from the last answer, it is 0.0170. And one important thing which I forgot to mention was, since this is symmetrical and the total probability is 1, so that would mean this entire area is 0.5 and this entire area is also 0.5. So here's another type of question, just find the probability of z being between 0 and 2.12. so that would basically mean the area which we are finding out is this area. Now, while this may seem tricky, it's actually pretty simple. So first and foremost, we need to find out this area. It may seem weird, but bear with me, it'll all make sense in the end. So we find out that area which is PZ is greater than 2.12. So PZ is greater than 2.12, which is equal 0.170 as per previous calculations, if I remember correctly. So we now know that this area is 0.170, and since this graph is symmetrical, this entire area is 0.5. So if we want to find out the blue area, don't we just subtract the entire minus this one? So we basically do 0.5 minus 0.170, which is equals 0.483. So this is the final kind of question, and I won't go into working since you should be able to do this one, but I'll just tell you the basic gist. So they say to find the probability of z being between minus 1.57 and less than 2.12. So basically this area. So how do we find this out? Well, first of all, we need to find this area, which is this area. Let me highlight that, which is this area, meaning P is where Z is less than 1, minus 1.57, and we subtracted from 0.5 the total one. And to get this, if you remember, then we have to take the symmetry and all that. So we find this side, and we do the same on this side as well for 2.12, and we just add up this part and this part, and you'll get your answer. I hope that basically covers the basics of normal distribution curves.